Host, and as always, we're here because it's about getting you into the positive zone. So if you need information about your love life, your family, your friends, departed loved ones, whatever it is that you need to give you peace of mind, we're here to do that for you. And everybody here is donating their time and talent because it's all about you. So if you're watching live and you want to call in, call me. Don't be afraid, you can call me on the studio line, which is 516-629-3705 or 3715. If you're watching and you'd like to be here live in person with us, not a problem. Just email me at gracegrella@gmail.com with your information. We'll get in touch with you and we'll make it happen. We want everybody to have a very healthy, happy, safe new year up and coming, 2016. And we'll do everything possible to make that happen, body, mind, spirit. So this show, I'm so excited, is called Healing for the Holidays. And my very special guest, ta-da, is Carrie Ann Parker. Carrie, thanks so much for coming tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, what an honor. And I have to let everybody know your birthday's March 17th, so you're a natural healer. You're a Pisces, and that's so awesome. But other Pisceans that are watching who are artists or behind a camera or in a studio somewhere might say, well, gee, I don't consider myself a healer, but yet, isn't that healing when you go to a movie and you're taken out of your own troubles and you're distracted and you relax and you give your body time to recoup and heal? So,
absolutely.
Right? But I'm really curious to know how you became a licensed massage therapist. How did you gravitate towards the field?
Originally, I was going to school for liberal arts, trying to find myself,
right,
you know, at that teenage years. And then I decided more that I was going to focus on physical therapy. So I was taking all my prerequisites for that. And then, I don't know, it just landed me into, I had to do a paper on alternative medicine. And I think I did such good research, I convinced myself. So. The rest is history.
Yeah. Well, I think that's awesome that the universe led you that way. And so many people say, oh, it was a coincidence or serendipitous or whatever. But I just smile because, you know, it was just meant to be. It's like fate for sure meant to be, that kind of thing. And it's so wonderful because your energy, you have such a healer's energy vibe anyway. And when you do your work, and I can attest to this because I've been blessed to have a healing massage from Carrie Ann at Drew Patrick and at Salon in Bayshore, and you were there from the beginning. The boys said, oh, we love her, she's just tried and true and the whole nine yards. And you had everything up over there, right? You're the supervisor
of the massage department,
right?
So there are quite a few of us, you know, like intra managers or leads, as we like to call ourselves.
Oh,
and I like to manage.
Yeah, most Pisceans don't want to be in the spotlight. They want to be in the background and just, you know, be team members and you know. But you always wind up shining and getting the spotlight anyway, you know. And so I chuckle about that every time a Pisces says that to me. Yeah. And I said, oh yeah, well it's going to find you. That spotlight, it's going to find you. But what's beautiful is that your energy really does want to make a difference and heal. And when we were chatting before, and I just saw nursing around you, you said you had thought about that, maybe way back in the beginning or whatever. And it's funny how energy just correlates to different professions. And now, do you find when you're working that you're meditating and using your own energy to assist in the healing process?
Absolutely. I think that there's so much of me that goes into every treatment that I do that you can't help it.
Yeah.
You know, you just can't help it. It's as good for me as it is for the clients.
Well, it's in the healing that we're healed, right? And in the giving that we receive. So I think that's wonderful, and it's I don't know that you ever thought about becoming getting involved with Reiki healing and that energy modality, but I think you will, because you do it naturally. And so I think you'd laugh if you actually took the course and you'd say, this is what I do. Okay. I also want to say that this is something that you should be teaching others as well. So there might, in the next year or two, come a juncture where you have, maybe even at the spa, teach other professionals certain techniques, or combining the different modalities, because I know you use music and scent and aromatherapy, and don't you?
Yes.
Explain that. Explain to people what the experience is.
Well, with aromatherapy, your skin being the largest organ of the body, we do experience so much through our skin. So it just elevates the massage. You know, the olfactory senses is now heightened because you're smelling these, and oftentimes they're aromas that maybe you weren't particularly drawn to. You know, I have an aversion to lavender, which is funny because in what I do, most people choose lavender, and I'm always like, oh yeah. But I also believe that for me, it's the universe giving me back that relaxing lavender that I so need, you know, just to balance me as a therapist.
Right.
So as much as it is for them, it's for me as well.
Now, with massage therapy, there are different levels of experience. Is that correct? Like there's deep tissue massage, there's...
Yes.
Now, are you proficient in all of them?
Well, there are countless different variations, but I do have quite a number of tricks
in your repertoire. That's awesome. And what do you think is most therapeutic? Does it depend on the person's issues?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a personal. It's a personal preference, and it's what they need versus, not versus, but in addition to what I feel would benefit them most. I particularly love Ayurveda. Like, I just love that system of medicine. It's 5,000 years old, and it's earthy and rich, and I just think it's beautiful. And so I was fortunate enough to, you know, go and learn it and then bring it back and impart it onto the other therapists that we work with.
Could you explain that for people who aren't familiar with it?
Ayurveda. So it's a sister science to yoga. So it's 5,000 years old. You know, when you're in a pose for yoga, you're you know, healing the organ. Everyone thinks it's more about the musculature, but actually it's about what's happening on the inside. It's about the balance and the you know, the breathing and the influx of circulation and all of that to relieve your body of, I don't want to say the word toxins because I'm not a big promoter of, you know, detoxify your body. I think your body detoxifies itself. I'm just a conduit.
A facilitator. Well, but that's, I think, the truth in all holistic medicine, that you, the practitioner is the facilitator to assist the person in healing themselves and removing. You know, it's like, well, gee, I have this itch and I just can't reach. Could you help me out? You know, it's like, well, it's something like that, you know, where you would be able to sense through touch maybe where the cluster of tension is resonating in somebody's body. And now, do you use hot stones and all that as well? Yeah.
Well, we don't like to say hot because people get nervous. Oh. So we like to say warm because they are. You know, to an untrained hand, 135 degrees would feel really, really hot. But they're moving so fluidly that you don't even feel that they're that warm.
Right. But the heat retention and the minerals of the stone itself, the heat, doesn't that help release the minerals into the skin so it could be absorbed by the body for healing?
The hot stone premise is being equivalent to 5 deep tissue massages without it being so rigorous on the body. So you're creating, in a massage, you're creating heat and you're creating hyperemia, which is like the you know, increased blood flow to the area to just help release the tissue. So we're using warm stones and that are naturally in water anyway, which is where we harvested them from, like a river.
Sure.
And so they're one with nature anyway. So it's just
as you are, because you're
right.
a water sign, a Pisces. There we go. So it's a lovely serendipitous synchronicity going on here. Now, how did you hook up with Drew Patrick? How long have they been there?
So this past June was 8 years.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's been great. I was somewhere else, not feeling, I felt a little like I was outgrowing it.
Right.
And so it was time for me to go, just like the next step. There was an ad in the paper. I went down there. They still had no carpeting or flooring, and it was like a snowstorm. And I was very proud to just put my resume down, and I actually followed through, like, nobody's calling me. Why aren't you calling me? Like, you didn't want me there. And then they were like, I don't have your resume. And I was like, I came in the snowstorm. And so it's funny. It's a little joke that we talk about all the time, but I definitely pursued them.
That's fate, again, fate meant to be, for sure, type of thing. And that the universe will always do that for us, to the right practitioner, to the right modality. And hopefully we can help a caller that's calling in for a little 411 here. Hello, caller, are you there? Hello?
Hello there, how are you?
I'm doing great. How can I...
Good.
Can I have your first name and your birthday, please?
Excuse me?
Your first name?
Pam.
Pam. And when's your birthday, Pam? Month and day?
November 8th.
Scorpio, diva. Okay.
Yay.
Woohoo. How can we help you tonight, Pam?
Oh, what do you have to tell me, Grace?
Oh, so this is an intuitive phone call.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. All right, Pam. My lovely guest tonight is a massage therapist, and she's a water sign just like you. Her name is Carrie Ann Parker. Say hello to her.
Hello there, how are you?
I'm well, Pam. How are you?
I am very well.
Oh, you're going to be even better after I'm done with you, Pam.
Okay.
I think that there's additional monies, a bonus or monies, some sort of abundance coming to you before this year is over with. And it's almost over. So it's real soon. It's right around the corner. And who is Steve or Steven to you, Pam, please?
I don't know if Steve or Steven.
Please remember this name, and it's going to be in connection with your job, with work.
Okay.
And within the next 2 weeks, you'll know who this is. And maybe this is the person that contacts you and says they have a higher paying job for you or a better opportunity for you.
All righty.
All right. Now,
I need to hear that.
were you supposed to go down to the Carolinas at all?
I'm in the Carolinas.
Oh, you're in the Carolinas. Hello.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Maybe I'm psychic. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing the Carolinas, but I also feel that there's somebody from. Now, are you in North Carolina?
Yes.
All right. Because now they're specifically showing me North Carolina, and they said that you're going to get an invite to go either further south, so either South Carolina or Florida. Before the end of January, you should go and have a good time.
Really?
Yeah, definitely. Now, do you have a doctor's appointment that you're supposed to go to next week?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. You can't hide out from the angels, Pam. They know what you're doing, babe. All right? They're saying keep the appointment.
Okay.
All right, because you might be tempted to blow it off or say, oh, I'll reschedule or blah, blah, yada, yada. And they want you to hold on to that. And there's letting you know that 2016 is going to be a very abundant and loving year for you. And you're just going to be a very happy camper. And so I'm very happy that you called in tonight so that I could give you that good news. And you can start the new year off with a smile on that pretty face of yours, okay?
Well, wait a minute. Before you let me go, I have to give you some confirmation here.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I was having issues with my daughter.
Right.
And you said, and I didn't see this happening, but because Grace said it, I'm going to believe it. You said that you saw her being with me on Christmas in a Christmas tree. And I'm thinking, I said, wait a minute, now Grace said it, and usually she's always right, always. I said, but I don't see that happening. Well, I have to tell you, my baby's coming home for Christmas.
Oh, God bless.
Yes.
God bless, Pam. Well, you know, honey, I'm Western Union. I just deliver the info, you know.
And your info is always right. So I'm going to look out for this fees, and I'm ready for everything that's coming my way. And yes, I do have that doctor's appointment next week, and I will go.
Good girl.
Because I was going to blow it off. I really was.
I know.
Right.
I know. You think they know? The angels were, you know, let me know. They threw you right under that bus and said, tell that girl we know she's thinking of blowing it off. So go. You'll be glad you did. It's going to be a great year next year, and enjoy your Christmas holiday with your daughter, honey.
Same to you. Bless you. Bless you. Bless you.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, hon. Bye-bye, Pam.
Okay, bye-bye.
This is why I do my work. So it's a body, mind, spirit. It's all connected. Mm-hmm. So if you do the body work and you help them move through, and the mind, spirit work is trying to eradicate the imbalances before they land in the body. Because I really feel that's the hierarchy of it. You know, the storm is up here, and then, you know, right, before the rain falls and hits the ground, you know. So how long do you find it takes you with treatments to really get somebody back into balance? Because I know you really can't do it just on one treatment, can you?
And it depends. It depends on how, you know, in line they really are. You know, we could feel frazzled and we could be frazzled, but really we could be just a little hair to the left.
Right.
You know, like, so it's not so much that we're like completely out of whack. And I hate putting like a timeline on it because you just don't know. Right. You know, some people do have, you know, structural things that they're battling with. I don't know, you know, that everybody gets on a massage table and just spills it. You know, sometimes they like to get to know me better. Mm-hmm. You know, that's coming back a couple more times. And then there are people who are really with me maybe 5 minutes, and I've learned quite a deal. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And hopefully we'll learn quite a deal from the next caller. Caller, are you there? Hello?
Hello?
Sabina Miller.
Hello, Grace.
How are you, sweetheart? We miss you. She's a Cancerian.
Thank you.
And I know you're calling because you have a question for Carrie Ann.
Yes, I find her very interesting.
She is very interesting.
And it's a good show, and I do have a question.
Go for it.
Okay. Carrie Ann, I have a bad back. I've broken my back once, my coccyx twice. I've broken all my bones. And so I spend a lot of time in physical therapy. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's very painful, it's very time-consuming, but now I'm wondering if massage therapy would help.
Well, massage is very beneficial for healing, especially after or coinciding with physical therapy. Physical therapy, you're doing work. Like, you're actually working. With massage, it's my time to work on you and letting your body relax and release the adhesions and the, you know, you have a lot of scar tissue if you have broken bones. Even though it's bones, you know, your body remembers. Like, muscle memory is there forever. And so I do believe that there is a place for massage in everyone's journey on wellness.
But it would help with the healing.
Absolutely. You know, you have an increase of circulation, a decrease of, you know, tension. It just facilitates your body to...
Lowers your blood pressure, right?
Yes. We like to say that. You know, medical journals get rewritten all the time, so you have to be careful in what you say happens.
Mm-hmm. Well, I can attest to the fact that under Carrie Ann's therapeutic treatment. My blood pressure was reduced. I felt restored, renewed, and it was wonderful.
But that also helps you then to make great choices for yourself for the day.
Right.
And then the next day.
Right.
And then it's just that art of self-care. So yes, we're going to pay the physical therapist to, get us better and get us moving and working. And massage is your, passive reward.
Oh, I like that.
Speaking of paying, is this covered by medical coverage?
There are certain massage facilities that do take insurance. Where we're talking about, for me, at Drew Patrick, we don't do health care. Yeah.
But if you have pain, it's worth whatever you're charging.
Correct. It's a person's personal preference. I don't know, what you'd be willing to put a price tag on feeling better. Some people can't, financially put a price tag on it. And then I do have people who are on a strict budget, and they make time for me because they know that they feel better. Yes. And I want them to feel better.
So there's a new song out, Sabina, that says, "Give it to me, I'm worth it." So you know what? You're worth it, and you should just schedule your massage, Sabina. That is my intuitive advice for you this evening.
All right. After the eyes are done in January, I will look into my next thing because it sounds not only beneficial but interesting.
Yeah, I think it would be very beneficial for you, and you deserve it. So you have to take care of you, and that's what's most important. So thank you for calling in tonight, Sabina.
Thank you.
Thank you for an interesting show.
And I look forward to seeing you on Monday, honey.
You will, you will.
Yay! Thanks.
Okay, bye-bye.
Take care, honey. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Sabina is such a sweetie. She's a Cancerian. She's, as a water sign, all water signs, very nurturing, very caring, And she's been with my show for so many years. And she's like everybody's mom. She likes to take care of people. So now it's time for her to take care of her.
Yeah.
And don't you find that a lot, that professionals in the care providing industry have a tendency to sometimes neglect themselves because they're so busy caring for others?
Absolutely. I mean, from where we are at work, we have 2 hospitals. So we have a lot of clients that come in that are caregivers.
Yeah.
And so it's time. It's their time.
Yeah, and I think that is the ultimate compliment when you have one professional rave about another, And so I found you because of my brother, who's an acupuncturist, and he said, "Oh, Carrie Ann's the best." And for him to say that, he's a sage. He's very blunt and tell like it is and cut to the quick and tell the truth. And so I knew you were going to be the real deal. And then upon meeting you and having been blessed experiencing your energy, I knew it was true. And I just know so many people out there, especially around the holidays. They're under so much stress and pressure to be happy. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Meanwhile, people are like, I have to go to the Family Dysfunction Fest. Can I make it through? And so it's like, yeah, go for a massage. Meditate, do something for yourself, and realize that this too shall pass. And I think it's really important with all the astrological energies that have been swirling around in 2015, Carrie. I'm pretty sure you've been experiencing it too. Pisces are natural empaths, so there isn't much that gets by you, and you can get on overload uber quick, And so the last 4 months have been very challenging for everybody, and especially for water signs. So Scorpio, Cancerians, Pisces, it's just like, stop the world, I want to get off, And I know that moving into 2016, there's going to be a lot of healing. It's all about releasing. and saying, you know what, if it's not working for me, I just surrender, Dorothy. I got to let it go. And a lot of people are going to be doing that. So I really feel and predict for you that you're going to find that your dance card, as they used to say, you're going to have a lot of appointments. It's going to be booking up because people are going to be more enlightened, more informed about taking care of themselves and what that requires for them as an individual. And I really think that people are going to be tired of just powering through it, and they're going to come to you for healing. And I don't know where time goes when we do the show, but we have to wrap up for this segment. So everybody out there that's watching, thanks for tuning in. We love you. That's what we're here for. And if you're watching live, don't go away. We'll be back with Carrie Ann. And if you're watching the rebroadcasted version, hey, have a happy new year. And don't forget, you can be here and get your good news too. Just email me all your deets and we'll make it happen. GraceGrella@gmail.com. Thanks for watching. Stay in the positive zone. Have a good one. Can you believe it? It just like... And this whole year did that too.
Oh, this year was
you know,
time to go. We're done with this year.